What's up, guys? I'm Luke Monster. Welcome back to the stream. Today we're joined again by SideQuester himself. What's up? How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Doing good. Been busy,
Awesome.
but we're back here for another stream, and yeah. So
It's been a couple weeks.
it has been, but
I got a year older in that time.
it's true. Happy birthday, dude.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's why. So for my hauls this week, I have lots of things because it was my birthday. So I bought myself lots of stuff.
There we go. Yeah, so I'll definitely have to get into that for recent pickups. Of course, if you don't know who SideQuester is, make sure to go check out his channel. It is linked in the description. SideQuester, do you want to give a little description of what you do on YouTube real quick for anybody who doesn't know?
Sure. I do toy reviews. I try not to take myself too seriously. Hopefully that comes across, and you can enjoy some reviews and laugh in the process. I also have a book right there. It's called Adventures on Unemployment. It's the first part of 3. I was working on part 2 up till like 10 minutes before we started, and that's supposed to be out in October, like at the end of the month. So that's me. And Lukeness, I mean, you don't really have to say what you do because you're awesome.
Yeah.
But you can. I mean, why don't you just tell everyone?
I mean, I do anything Star Wars: The Black Series, obviously reviews, mainly news videos is what I'm known for. But yeah, I'll do anything Star Wars: The Black Series, as you can tell from the background. So
nice.
Yeah. Before I forget, make sure to go check out David's book. It is down in the description below. Make sure to go check it out. Give it a read. It is quite awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I would appreciate it.
It is
and all feedback is appreciated.
It's available on Amazon for Kindle as well as hard and soft cover.
Yes. Yeah, all 3.
Okay. So yeah, go check it out. Linked in the description on Amazon.
Thank you so much.
So let's go ahead and say hi to some of the people in the chat real quick. We got 80s Kid.
I see 80s Kid. What's up, dude?
We've also got Randall.
Hello, Randall.
And we've got Robstar. What's up? It's about it for right now. But as more people start rolling in, I'll definitely keep on saying hi to some people. But thank you all for joining. It's going to be a pretty lazy stream. We've got some news, some recent pickups, and I think the main discussion, of course, is Ahsoka. If you guys haven't seen Ahsoka, I highly suggest you go watch Ahsoka because like the end of our stream is going to be heavily focused on the end of episode 4. So really excited for that. But we got Obi-Shawn in here. What's up, Obi-Shawn? Nice to see you in the chat. We got Anthony 501st.
Hello, Anthony.
How's it going? Got a little Dr. Pepper break. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Well, hey, maybe someday.
Hopefully. You never know.
What if they did a Lukeness Monster blend, like a special flavor of Dr. Pepper? Like
a Baja Blast or Mountain Dew, but like
maybe
Lukeness Pepper.
What would it be? What would the extra flavor be?
Mr. Pepper, because I didn't get a doctor. I don't know.
But I mean, like, what would you put in there? Would it be like orange vanilla Dr. Pepper, or
I hate the sound of that.
Would it be like licorice Dr. Pepper?
Oh my god, I hate licorice too. What the heck? All my flavors just taste bad. Is that what it is?
Have you ever tried any of the weird flavored ones?
I tried the Peeps Pepsi. Oh my god, it was horrible. It was so bad. Never again.
I can't. I used to go on those kicks where it's new and it's limited, so you got to try it, right? You got to try it once. No, after I had the Pepsi Nitro,
I heard that some people really like that.
You know what? It's not carbonated, so it's just got it has almost like a milkshake quality to it, but it's just like syrup. There's no carbonation, so it's just weird. I can't do it.
Yeah, I get that. We got the Watcher in the chat.
Hello, the Watcher.
Lukeness Lime. I actually like that. That's cool. It's a good name for it. Lukeness Lemon. I don't know if lemon flavor would be good, but
lemon lime Dr. Pepper.
Lukeness Lemon Lime.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So that'll be one of the like if we ever run out of things to talk about, we'll just start blending sodas together and try.
Yeah. I'm a big Sunkist fan, so.
You're a big what fan?
Sunkist?
Oh, Sunkist. I thought you said septic fan.
Oh no.
And I was like, weird flex, but okay.
I went to an Ahsoka watch party the other day, and one of my friends just brought all like the off-brand sodas. He had like the Dr. Choice and the Mountain Mist, which was like a mix of Sprite and Mountain Dew almost.
Okay.
But all of it tasted like the real stuff, just so incredibly flat. Yeah, it was interesting.
If you're gonna drink it, just I don't know. I mean, the flavor's fine, but I can't do flat soda. Like if you get a fountain drink from a restaurant, you let it sit out
flat.
Yeah, you come back to it a couple hours later, no good.
Yeah. What's up? I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Black tea, I like it.
Black tea, yeah. Anybody?
Does anyone remember Faygo?
I don't remember Faygo.
Yes, I think I've had it before. It's not as big out in California, but because of the Insane Clown Posse, it became popular in like the early 2000s. So we did have it for a while. It's like super caffeinated, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like I'm surprised you haven't had it. It's like a Midwest thing.
I've never even heard of it. So.
Well, that's because you live in England.
It's true. I'm actually British.
British.
I'm British.
British with tea and crumpets.
Okay, so do we want to jump into some news real quick? We don't have much to go over.
Let's do it. Yeah.
So this is all the news we got. We got the carbonized Ahsoka and HK 2-pack.
All right.
This thing
I want to hear your thoughts first. Okay.
I think if it was just like Ahsoka HK not carbonized, it'd be better. Like it just gives an option for people to buy both of them together. Now, right. I think they should have given it more accessories. Like give Ahsoka the cloak, give the droid the staff, maybe a little bit more paint apps. Like I think there's some better stuff you could have done to make it worth buying the 2-pack over the normal figures. But
agreed.
But like that Ahsoka is the same one as just the Mando one you can get for real cheap nowadays, and so it's just 2 peg warmers almost that they repacked it carbonized.
Right. Yeah, I really, this one baffles me because it almost seems like this is like a carryover before they buried the carbonized figures. It's almost like they already had these made because they're like, oh, carbonized is going to go on forever. And they thought that it was going to be a bigger deal. It's interesting that it's the first human face, unmasked faced character, I believe, that they've done.
Yeah, it's the first one that's not wearing like a helmet or some kind of robot or something like that.
I'm glad they didn't do like a metallic finish for her skin. That would have been weird to me.
That would have been weird.
But I kind of wish that instead of even calling it carbonized, they should have just come out with them, like you said. Give her the cloak because they already have it from the Mando pack. And
then that version of Ahsoka is so much better than the other one too with the cloak. It just looks better.
Well, I don't have that one.
Sorry. You should have got it. It's good.
One
of my favorite sets of last year.
I think I told you the story that they had it on sale like during Black Friday.
I remember that.
For like $30, $35, and I was like, nope, don't need it.
Well, I really like it just because of the Grogu too, because he can hold the cup, which is really cute. I just have that sitting out there because he's cute holding a cup.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't understand like the face of HK either. Like there's just no paint. Why do they completely leave the head of the robot unpainted too?
Yeah, I've gone back. I've watched the first 3 episodes twice each, and I'm gonna watch episode 4 again. But it seems like there's a lot of HK droids floating around. Yeah. They just had like a whole stock room full of them, and they're just pulling them all out for the show.
Well, yeah, because you got to give Ahsoka and Sabine like red shirts to kill. So
exactly, yeah, they're that's exactly right. So maybe there is a version out there that doesn't have the visor painted, and we haven't seen it yet. I do like that they seem to be doing a variety, slightly different paint jobs between the different ones. But
yeah,
it seems it's like a glaringly noticeable thing. Like if you don't put detail on the back of a figure, most people aren't even going to notice it.
But it's the face of the figure. Yeah,
exactly.
There's no paint, and it just looks like a prototype almost. Like they molded it in that plastic, and I don't know. It needs something.
It does. And I mean, if you've noticed, a lot of the figures that are coming out, they don't really have a whole lot of paint apps anymore. A lot of them are base color. If they do have paint apps, they are like deluxe versions. Like any of the Darth Mauls that have come out lately that have multiple paint apps. The Boba Fett. Don't say the word. Don't say the phrase.
I'm not going to say it.
Don't say the phrase. They most of the figures coming out are just in base colors with very limited paint apps, and it seems interesting that a lot of the characters in the show now are being kind of designed that way. Like the Tython Boba Fett, just all of his plastic parts are really just kind of molded in those specific colors, and then there's details on the hands, for the gloves, and then the face detail. But it's almost like they're doing it on purpose so they don't have to spend the money on the paint apps.
Yeah, I could see that. I do think the carbonized HK looks so much better than the original release, just color wise, because that original release is such a bright, vibrant red, which it's not like that in the show at all. This like darker maroon color is so much more accurate compared to the original release.
Right.
But even still, I don't understand the whole carbonized aspect of it. Like I understand, like even with that red, you can make a big vibrant cherry red. But with these figures, one, they're not big vibrant colors to begin with. Ahsoka's robes are like black, maybe dark gray, and so it's hard to carbonize that to begin with. But then even the HK droid, it's a red color. You could make that a bright, vibrant, and they just didn't. It's just,
and especially
it almost doesn't look carbonized at all.
Yeah, and especially for the price point too. Like you would think that they would, if you are paying a premium for an exclusive set and for a carbonized set, that they would put a little bit more money into those paint apps. That being said, for what the Ahsoka is, it's the kind of the shiny quality it's not accurate to the show. It looks kind of neat though. It looks a little more like battle armor ish.
Yeah,
I guess. But
I'm just happy Hasbro's not making peg warmers like Purple Hair Lady.
Lukeness has been holdoed.
Like Haldo? You've just been holdoed.
Are those still at Ollie's? I mean, we don't have any Ollie's out here. So.
I haven't been to Ollie's in like a month, so.
Well, you should go do a holdo watch.
I know. Yeah.
You've been a little busy.
I've been busy. Yeah.
So
I need to go back because that Ollie still didn't get like the 501st or the Commander Cody's that I've been trying to find, and they probably got it within the last 3 weeks, and I wasn't there.
Were they getting full cases of just single characters?
Yeah, so they had gotten full cases of like Tarkin, Boushh Leia, Chewie, and I want to say the other one that was in that wave, C-3PO maybe,
or
it was a Force Awakens Han.
Yes,
They had gotten full cases of each of those, but they hadn't gotten any of the other archive ones.
Or maybe people were just buying the full case.
Well, yeah, but I thought they could have done that, but then you'd think they'd be some of the other peg warmers still there. Like, what are some other ones from that wave that would have peg warmed? Like the C-3PO would have peg warmed.
Oh, no, I'm saying if they got a full case of just the Cody's or the 501st, if someone just grabbed the whole thing.
Well, yeah, but normally, like when they ship it, like they ship it in full cases of that wave, though. So like,
not all the time.
Not all the time, but sometimes.
And I since I don't have a reference for Ollie's, I don't know what the case breakdown they've been getting. It's weird, like the Target in my city, any of the Marvel Legends, and sometimes with Star Wars: The Black Series, they get they'll eventually get the full wave, but it's one character at a time, because they'll just get like a full case or two of like the whatever Ant-Man from Ant-Man 3, or anyway, I don't know what. Who else.
I was listening to the Black Series Cantina podcast with Nerdzoic on it, and he was pretty much explaining that like Hasbro wanted to try out just shipping out solid cases because it makes so much more sense for them business wise. And so there's like been some of the Marvel Legends waves that have been shipped out in full cases, and then Target employees just read Marvel Legends and they ship them like to different stores, and so one store will get only one figure, and then another store will only get one figure, and yeah, that doesn't get distributed very well.
And I think that also is kind of a holdover from COVID too. Is that I know there was an issue when they were just starting to get their supply chain going again. The only things that they seemed to have available were the full cases that would normally go to like an Amazon or an Entertainment Earth or something. And so they were sending those to the brick and mortar stores so they could get things out on the pegs. But the caveat to it was that you were just getting an entire peg of like Wandering Jedi Obi-Wan instead of that full case. So so I sent you the picture before, and I didn't give you any context about the Dual Zen Vader.
Dual Zen Vader. You sent me that one? Did you want me to include that on the presentation?
That's fine.
I don't think I
when I was at Target this morning, and I was just like kind of checking things out because they were doing a restock, and I looked to see when the Dual Zen Vader was coming out, because I've seen pictures online, like the one with the helmet totally removed and everything. So I'm like, people are getting them. So I looked it up, and it was available for pre-order. Like it had gone back in stock for pre-order. So
did it go back? Okay.
I pre-ordered it, and then I didn't get a screenshot of this, but when I reloaded the page, it showed that it was in stock online.
Really?
And so the reason why I didn't screenshot it is because I went over to an employee, because I was right there, and I had her look it up, and she said that it's street dated and everything, but I showed her, said, look, it shows that it's in stock.
And at that specific store?
No, just
or
it was
online.
Like it was available online, like it went from pre-order to in stock. And then when I backed out, because I was going to try to pre-order another one, and then it was like sold out, pre-orders sold out and everything, and then I never could get it back to show that it was in stock, but it did pop back in and out for a few minutes. The Apo seemed to be it's done. Like we won't see that until it comes out, but so at least right now I have a Dual Zen Vader on pre-order, because the day that it came out, went up for pre-order, I had it in my cart, and by the time I went to go try to check out, it was gone. So
anyway,
I'm
I know I know for pre-ordered, I was able to pre-order the Duel's End Vader just fine. That one stayed in stock for quite a while. I think Oppo sold out in like 2 minutes. So
Oh, so maybe I was just late on the draw there.
yeah, could have
I
been.
hesitated because I don't know. I have my Empire Strikes Back Vader. Until they do a Vader with pinless legs, I think I'm good on Vader.
Yeah.
After your review of the removable helmet, Return of the Jedi one, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. No,
I
I
mean,
get
I'm
that.
sure if I see it in store, I'll probably get it. But right now, I'm of the mindset that I don't need it.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. As far as like the Duel's End Vader and Oppo, I believe they released in Australia, and that's why we've been seeing photos and stuff.
Okay.
So hopefully that means US soon. We'll see. But
Nice.
um,
So the next thing that sorry,
No.
I haven't been paying attention to the comments. I'm sorry.
no, you're good.
It's hard to-
80s kid asks, which figure do you like better, Ezra or Survivor Cal? I don't own Survivor Cal yet. Just,
Well, I like Survivor Cal because I don't have the Ezra.
I just never got around to picking him up. It's not my favorite outfit. Like it's like my least favorite default outfit you can use in Survivor. So got Ezra. We'll talk about him in a second in recent pickups, but I love Ezra. So
The next thing I wanted to talk about was the crazy GameStop sale. And after I wrote this on my list, they actually have a new sale. So last week, GameStop had a buy one, get two free sale on all their clearance collectibles. Well, clearance everything, I think. But I don't know if you happen to score anything. I
added everything into my cart and I never bought anything.
I got my Rocket Trooper.
Oh, that's awesome.
I actually that was one that I bought when it was just like 50% off clearance stuff.
Mm-hmm. Do you freeze? Or you might have just froze.
Fives just took a dive.
Do you really?
That's like in the show.
Your camera just froze too. Like you just paused and then you cut back and you're like, Fives just took a dive.
He just my whole set just fell apart. It's okay.
No, yeah.
So I learned a trick at GameStop. If you are a pro member and you go and you order stuff in the store to be delivered to your house, you only have to hit a $25 minimum to get free shipping. If you try to do it, if you try to do it in on the website, you have to hit $80, $79.
Okay.
But if you go into the store, you hit the $25 limit or minimum, you get free shipping. So I have 3 more Rocket Troopers on their way, and I think all said and done, it cost me like $33 and change. $11 a pop for Rocket Troopers.
How many did you get?
Just 3. It was a buy one get 2 free, and they also have a weird thing where they will only let you put 5 quantity into a cart.
Okay.
Both online and in store. So I could have done a second order, but the manager was like, "We're really not supposed to do that." So I'm fine with my 3 or my 4 when I get those in. But they also have a sale this week where it's where did it go? I think it's 20% off. If you hang on, where did it go? Collector Fest. Now I can't find the thing. It's I think it's it's 10% off if you spend $75 or more, and then it's 20% off if you spend $125 or more.
That's not near as good as buy one get 2 free.
True, but it's on everything, not just the clearance. So it's like if you
I still have to spend $70 worth though.
I mean, if you need night clubbing Darth Maul, or if you need what else do they have?
So you call him night clubbing Darth Maul.
That's what he looks like. We'll get into that.
He looks like a bouncer.
He does. I was telling my friend the other day. I was like, he looks like every. When I lived in LA, every time you would go to a club or a concert or something, there's always that guy
in the really tight shirt,
wearing a shirt that's way too tight, and he's probably got like a tattoo of like a barbed wire around his bicep, and it's like that guy. It's the single dad at the parent teacher conference. That's his look. Anyway.
Yep.
So GameStop does have that sale if you want to build up your collection here. Battlefront Mall, yes,
the Battlefront one. Yep. Yeah, I ended up like I put my 3 rocket troopers into the cart, and it said buy 1 get 2 free, and it was like I think it was like $11 or $12 for pro members.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, hey, it's buy 1 get 2 free, so I should pay $11 for 3 figures. But instead, it ended up ringing up as $11 for each.
Yeah.
On mine, plus shipping too. So I'm like, it's not worth it. But
yeah, it's you. What's up, Lance?
We got Lance Peter Luke in here. What's up? How's it going?
It's a weird thing. I actually you gotta love the GameStop crew at my local store, because they put up with all of my antics. I went in there and I sat there for probably an hour just going through and tweaking different things from their system to see what the best options were, because they had the Jedi Survivor battle droid. Don't laugh at me.
I'm laughing at you. That's just such a you thing to do.
I have to get the best deal. I had the Jedi Survivor battle droids and the KX droids, just trying different things, because the other thing was it takes the lowest price item and it gives you that for free. So it didn't make sense to like put the rocket troopers in that order and then also try to order the battle droids or the KX droids,
because those were like $5 or $6. Yeah, exactly.
So they would just knock those out. So I put them all in the cart, and I had like 9 figures, and it was like $70 or something. But then if I had done them as separate orders, it would have been like $60. Yeah. And then it's still shipped for free. Anyway, yeah. So it's
I mean, I definitely do that too when I'm ordering online. I don't do it in the store with the employees there too, but I definitely done it online. So
you want to? Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I mean, I get the best deal. You don't want to pay for shipping if you don't have to.
That's why. That's how I end up with. Oh, you can't see. No, wrong way. That's how I end up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
which ones are those?
The Rebel Commando.
How many are there? Oh my gosh.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I still don't have one of the Rebel Commando yet. I need to get him still.
Oh wow, that was subtle.
I almost just spit Dr. Pepper all over my computer. No, I still need to. I was kind of waiting to see if it would go on clearance, because I don't think it's worth deluxe price, but
so I got these from Entertainment Earth. Okay. I shop a lot of warehouse deals and non-mint stuff, and they had them for I think $25 a pop. And,
that's not bad. Yeah.
And if you have an affiliate code like Yakface, shout out to Yakface, thank you. I use your affiliate code all the time. You get an extra 10% off. So I think at the end of the day, shipped, they ended up costing like $24 a pop.
Yeah,
and it's not bad. So
I feel like I should reach out to like Entertainment Earth or Big Bad and try to get some affiliate link stuff going on.
That is something that I want to talk to you about. I think that would be smart.
Yeah, we can look into that later. But you want to move into some recent pickups?
Yes, I'll let you go first.
Okay, I don't have that many, but obviously the elephant in the room here. We got Fives
What?
himself.
What's that? Who's that?
Yeah,
Nice.
I love this figure. He's super inaccurate, and I still love him. Still my favorite figure of all time.
Of
Definitely
all
not.
time?
Oh yeah, easily,
Oh,
easily, not even a question. Is it the best figure of all time? Absolutely not. Not even top 10, but it's still my favorite. So
even over Boba Fett?
oh yeah, it's my favorite over both. It's Fives.
Wow. Wow.
See, 80s kid knows what's up. Link Speeder says, yeah, it's super easy to get set up with affiliate links. Yeah, I'll definitely look into that. I know I did Amazon affiliate links for a little while, but I didn't sell anything. So after like 2 months, they're like, sorry, you're gone. So
I think you'd probably do well on Entertainment Earth or Big Bad, just because the people that seek out your content, they're probably going to gravitate towards that. And instead of having to click through your links, they do codes. So you would punch in like a code, and that's easier to do than going through all of the hoops to follow the links to get there, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, I could agree.
Okay, so you got Fives. Now what else do you have to brag about?
I have a few more. We'll get there. Lanesbury says, what is your most wanted figure now, though? I don't even know. I had like a whole list of figures I wanted, like my wish list. And then within the last year, like Hasbro revealed half of them. Because I know like behind Fives, it was Super Battle Droid, already pipelined. Then it would have been Starkiller. I still need it. I can't wait for the PulseCon sale for that because I'm so excited for Starkiller.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited. Then next would be probably the Droidica, So like they keep knocking them off the list. I think my next wanted one would have to be probably either a Kyle Katarn or a Ula would be the two.
Oh, remind me after we're done with this segment. Remind me to talk to you about Kyle Katarn. Idea. I want a deluxe Vice Admiral Holdo with a command chair.
So for anybody that doesn't get the joke, SideQuester actually sent me this. So with the sticky note still on it that says you've been holdoed. So now it sits up on top of my Detolf now, under my TIE Fighter. So
I made the joke I was going to buy you a case, and then they were not as available for a while. So you just got the one. But one of these days, you might get a package in the mail. I'm just saying, one of these days, down the road.
I'm gonna go and buy out Ollie's, get all of their holdos. My Ollie's store there has like 25 of them, but they're all $9.99, so it wasn't even worth.
Ooh.
So
if anything, I would probably get one just to use the hairpiece so that I can make the wackiest Lukeness custom.
Because I have pink hair. Yeah.
Well, I would paint the hair, but it would just be like the curly perm hair look.
I don't have a side part.
Hey man, artistic interpretation.
There was one hair piece I was looking at that was like really, really similar to my hair, and I can't remember which one it was.
I bought this.
I remember it was the Winter Soldier hair on the Marvel figure. That one is like perfect.
I bought this because it was on clearance, but it's a what's his name? Ultimate Warrior from WWE, and I was like, oh man, if I really wanted to make him mad, this would be the.
Send me an unmasked Ness figure with just that head.
and the head, it's scaled for like a 7-inch figure. So if I put it
really big like bobblehead too. Oh my gosh, that'd be horrible.
What's up, FaZe?
Is FaZe in here? What's up, FaZe?
Joined by FaZe 2 Action Review.
Hello, how's it going? Oh, you're not late. We're still doing stuff, but I do want to say hi to Edwin. We have Edwin in the chat. How's it going? We also
Hello,
have
Edwin.
Darth Mesa.
Hello, Darth Mesa.
We have James, and we also do have oh my gosh, I'm so gonna butcher that name. Harpo Q Drax.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but I love that
I
name.
don't either, but it's cool. Yeah. Do you hear about Dark Forces remaster? I have not.
That would
I actually never played Dark Forces. I only ever played the Jedi Academy games. So that's where I know Kyle Katarn from.
That was my the only outlet for Star Wars for the longest time. I remember one of the kids in our neighborhood. He always had like the coolest game systems or the coolest computers, and he got Dark Forces. So I used to go over and I'd sit in a folding chair behind him and I'd watch him play for hours.
That's awesome.
Because I was never any good at that, as you know, when we played Halo or Fortnite. But I would sit and watch, and it was, dude, I love that game. It's so cool. Hard, difficult, but cool.
I really want to play Dark Forces because I love the Jedi Academy games. They're like my favorite games of all time, and so if they're anything like that,
you should start like a gaming channel where you do stuff like that.
Did somebody say gaming? Go check out the Lukeness Gaming channel, link in the description. I actually do have a episode of Republic Commando coming out one day this week, probably Monday or Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday, maybe Friday. It's coming out one day this week. And then
troop out.
So yeah, I'd like to. I've only got 2 episodes of Republic Commando left. And then I'm obviously still doing Astroneer. If you're into any of that, go check out the gaming channel. And speaking, while we're on shameless plugs, Lane Speeder Luke is a channel member. If you want to become a channel member, hit the join button down below. Okay, that's it. That's all the shameless plugs for right now.
Support your local Lukeness monster.
Also, go check out the merch store. Okay, that's it. I promise. That's done. I'm done. Okay. Next recent pickup. I got really distracted. We got the custom kicks.
That's cool looking, man. That backpack.
The backpack is so cool. The little cover here too is like a hard plastic that you can take off. It's super cool.
And we haven't seen that anywhere. Like it.
Mm-mm.
It didn't. Oh, this is going back. Back in like 3 3/4 days, wasn't there an Ahsoka that had a backpack like that with like a little baby hut?
Yeah, that would have been for the Clone Wars movie, but nothing in 6-inch.
They've never done it. I don't have a whole lot of Ahsokas, so I don't know if that's if they ever did that version of her.
Not in 6-inch.
So I wonder where they got that.
I don't know. Maybe they made it because I know they like the AliExpress store there has the rocket launcher and the Z6 rotary cannon as well, the rotisserie chicken gun. So
ever since I heard you call it that in one of the reviews, that's all. Every time, and no matter Star Wars or whenever if I'm watching Predator, anytime I see somebody with a Gatling gun, I'm like rotisserie chicken gun.
Yeah.
All right. What else do you have?
Hammerhead has been pipelined.
Yes.
Which we all kind of expected that with Doc Ondar. It's the same mold. So, we do have the plain white Commando.
Oh, that's neat. I haven't seen that one yet.
Just wait. But yeah, so I really like this one, and it looked really good in the glam shots. But in person, I know Lane Speeder Luke mentioned this in his review, but you can definitely tell the shades of white between like the chest and the helmet. It's hard to tell on camera here because of how bright my light is right here, but it's definitely different shades of white, and it's very noticeable, and it really ruins the look of the figure for me. But
dang it. Well, I didn't notice it until now.
Lucas Monster ruining dreams since 2020.
Ruining my life.
But obviously another one here. We got Ezra, the unannounced figure, and so at least when I bought it, it was unannounced when I reviewed it. But
hello, Ezra.
Yeah, people keep saying they hate the face. I think it looks great. I think it looks exactly what Ezra would look like. So I think it looks great, and I love the outfit. It's based off season 4 Clone Wars. It's a good figure. It's in my top 10 for the year for sure, no question.
When we get into talking about Ahsoka,
I don't know why I did that.
I don't think we're ever going to see him in that outfit other than the hologram.
Oh yeah, no, only the hologram. Yeah, because even the designers there, when they announced the figure, said that it was pretty much based off of season 4's look. So,
which makes me think that they will reuse that for I foresee a screen or a live action representation of all the characters in Rebels attire or Rebels paint jobs.
Yeah,
in some way, maybe retro carded, maybe something. That's my guess.
I think as long as they do a new Kanan, I'd be happy, because I mean we've already getting Sabine, Hera, and now Ezra and Chopper now. So I mean Kanan and Zeb are really the only ones we need. If right. I mean I guarantee Hasbro's probably got a X-wing pilot Zeb in the works. I feel like a no-brainer for them.
And then they could make Jaro Tapal, and
I want a Jaro Tapal so bad. Spoiler alert for my next episode of Ask Luke Knows Monster.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. It's in the thumbnail, so like, I mean, it's not really a spoiler. And then my last recent pickup is Jabeem Obi-Wan. Finally got this one. This one's been out for a long time, and I just now got it. I love the outfit. I love the Jedi robes look, but like articulation wise, it's definitely not the best Obi-Wan out there.
And it worries me that I don't know how much of that is being reused for the Jedi Legend version.
I'm not sure. I'd have to look at them side by side. I thought it was new, like mostly new. Maybe the arms might be reused, but
I think the arms are the same. I think the overlay is new because it looks a little like crisper, but I think that maybe it's the same dimensions, which means that it's going to hang over the shoulder joints. And he's got kind of sorry, little story time for you. So I used to, when I worked in TV, I worked on a show, and there were some people that were Swedish, and they used to talk about people that built.
I know I don't know the name of the muscle, but I know what you're talking about.
So they had a phrase that roughly translates to put down the TV, because the people, their arms were so big that they couldn't put their arms down to the side, and it looked like they were carrying a big TV. And that's what the Obi-Wan has. He suffers from put down the TV syndrome.
Yeah, and like the overlay like cuts in front of the shoulder too, so it has butterflies, but you just can't butterfly it very well.
Yeah, I almost thought about taking my Jabeem Obi-Wan and putting him in hot water and really softening it up, and then maybe seeing if I could get him posed and see if I could find a way to get it to hold. But I love the figure. I just don't like that you can't get him.
That's my main problem. And I mean, obviously for that one, I want the dueling pose, but it doesn't come with the hand to do the dueling pose.
You mean the pointing? I
gotta find my camera. Yeah,
we'll get there. I'm doing the same thing.
But do you modify your figures for greater articulation?
Good question.
Nope.
Nope. Although now I want to.
So I have thought about it. Like I know with the Spider-Man No Way Home figures sitting right there, with like the Toby and the Andrew of like kind of dremeling the inside of the neck a little bit so their heads can look up.
Right.
But I never did, because they just stand. They're not in the Spidey pose. They just kind of stand there. So
I'm always reluctant to do that. I buy figures with the intention of customizing them, and then I can't bring myself to do it, because I'm like, what if you mess it up?
Yeah.
Or what if what if it doesn't turn out the way that you want it to, and then you end up with like loose joints or things all
Yeah,
kind of
and
wonky.
I know that's one reason why like I try to avoid heating it or stretching or anything when I can. It's just because it automatically it's hard to undo if you don't like it. So
True. Well, as far as like stretching stuff, if you just from my experience, I don't know if it'll work across the board, but if you have a figure with loose joints, I have had success where put the whole thing in hot water and then let it sit, let it kind of like flex out, and then put it like in the freezer and then get it super cold, and sometimes it'll tighten things back up so you can kind of rejuvenate the joints a little.
I could definitely try that. So, I mean, I don't really have problems with many of my joints. If anything, most of my figure joints are too tight rather than too loose.
Just wait until you get older, buddy. You're gonna have problems with all kinds of like my knees, my ankles. I'm a mess.
We got Jedi Twins in the chat. What's up? Nice to see you guys in the chat. We also got Gen X, the entire Gen X. If we don't get a Shin Hati, I think I will scream. We haven't gotten a Dreda Miro, and she's an essential. I don't know who either of those people are.
Dedra Miro is from Andor, the Imperial officer.
Oh yeah, we do need her for sure.
And Shin Hati
is that the stair? Yeah, I really want to figure her for sure, and we guarantee we're getting her after Balin. So
yeah, I both of them I want. I don't know. Well, we'll get into that. But Balin is a must.
I love Balin so much. My only thing is I hope he comes with the big cloak, and I hope the cloak sits well. Is my only two things because the cloak looks so good on him in the show, but if they do it and it just doesn't sit right on the figure, then it's like.
Yeah. Would you be open to it if it was like the Malgus, like a $35 deluxe figure?
I mean, he's not that big though.
He's
not that big. He's not that. He's not that. Here's the quote: "A big beefy boy." He's not that much of a big beefy boy. But I mean, I'd still buy it because I love the character, and so I'd still pay the price. I wouldn't enjoy paying the price, but
what if it was a deluxe set that came with the kind of the little kiosk thing with the map?
Oh, I'd buy that. I love anything world building. I'm all for. So
with an extra lightsaber. I'm not. No spoilers.
Just going through in it. Yeah.
Okay, so should I run through my pickups really quick?
Yeah, let's do that real quick.
All right, sorry. I know
you're fine. Here, let me. I forgot to do this for me, so I'll do it for you. If I can figure out how to do it. No, other way.
Hey,
that worked.
How we doing?
There we go.
I first things first. Like I said, it was my birthday. So I went a little crazy. But after I saw the first couple episodes of Ahsoka, I actually had gotten rid of my my Mando Ahsoka. So is this Mando or Book of Boba Fett? I can't remember.
That's from Mando. Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually got this on eBay, shipped. I think it was like $14.
Really?
New in box. And then I was digging through all my old stuff, and I found the Journey Ray poncho. So I threw that on there. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. I also I don't go for all your crazy fancy painted versions, but I did get my standard Phase 2 custom clone.
It's a custom one, or is that the new one, the new Hasbro one?
No. It's a custom. He's still got the hard torso.
Okay.
As you saw behind me, I did get the Andor Rebel Soldier. And the reason why I got so many is because I also have a secondary Instagram page called Indoor Rebel Soldier, which
Yeah.
that
Indoor Rebel Soldier.
there's a story behind that. So you did a video where people were just getting this guy in hand, and I was at work, so I had just the captions on, and it came up as you were describing it as Indoor Rebel Soldier.
Indoor Rebel,
and I thought
yeah.
that was hilarious. So I started an Instagram page, but so I did get some extras, and then I started doing this is a trench coat from a NECA Ninja Turtles set.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that trench coat.
And then the Han.
And then the Han, yeah.
The Han
is that the goggles from the Hoth?
Yeah, so this is the Hoth goggles, but I was actually doing some customizing, and I use a lot of synthetic dyes, and I put them in there just to see if it would stain the borders, and then it also kind of stained the lenses a little bit. Looked kind of neat. Let's see. I also got my Pitbull Darth Maul, Mr. Worldwide, gonna DJ. It's super cool. I dig it.
Yeah.
I still think I prefer the Clone Wars Season 7 tunic more.
Yeah, I think I do too.
But it's a solid figure, man.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna pick that one up. I've thought about it. I think now that we have the Ezra figure, I think I might pick it up just for that and maybe make like a Rebels custom out of it. But...
Ooh, that'd be cool. I dig it.
Yeah.
And last but certainly, not last but not certainly not least. So I did score me a I don't know who this guy is, but everyone keeps saying that he's like popular or something, but
what?
I don't know, I don't see it. But just kidding. But I also, because originally the story behind this was when it was the mad scramble to get the fives pre-ordered, and with Walmart's track record of not always honoring pre-orders, I bought that just in case you needed it if your order fell through. But the added benefit was I wanted to get the Clone Commando, and I got free shipping because I got the fives. Okay. So I ended up being stuck with the fives.
You can always, open it and enjoy the figure.
But I actually I love this figure, and even with the miscoloring or whatever, I just when they announced Boss, I was like, you know what, I love it. It's a cool looking figure. I love the game. And we talked about it. I said, I'm not going to buy it because I don't want the full squad. And then what you said, you're going to buy the full squad, and you were right. They're right there.
Because the full squad is awesome.
And yes, you were right.
Wait. Mike, I think my headphones cut out. Could you say that?
No, don't worry about it. We're good. I got tongue twisted.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I really love this figure. If for anything, because I can bust it apart and I can make my own custom clone, or you could do like a Gregor if you wanted to, or anyway, as soon as they announced Boss, I was like, I would love just the basic clone commando that I could do whatever I wanted with and make it my own. And I said, I'm never going to get it. Like, I would never get that figure. Hasbro won't do it. Then it ended up in Bad Batch. And I was like, oh, okay, now we have a shot. So anyway, that's on my list of like probably
my
top 5-10 figures of the year.
It's one of my favorites for sure. I like it. But yeah, pretty cool. I do want to say hi to some people real quick before I
Sure.
forget. We have Ben. What's up? We also have RC8802.
Hello.
We've got the Big Bendu.
Hello.
I don't remember if I said hi, but we do have Tamira Cobra. I hope I don't butcher that name. Tamura Cobra.
Termacobra.
I think that's right. Terma Cobra.
And to answer your question, probably. It seems like the 40th anniversary figures, the retro carded figures. I don't know. They just haven't seemed very popular. I went into my local Target. They had the entire case of Wave 2 on clearance for $12.50 each.
Wow.
I ended up picking up the Biker Scout, the Han, and the Leia, just because they were so cheap. So yeah,
Awesome.
probably. The only downside is I haven't seen them on pegs at a lot of stores. I've only seen them in the wild at GameStop. So there's a chance, but they're on Amazon, and I think in November when everyone's gearing up towards Christmas, you'll probably see a lot of that stuff get marked down.
Yep. I still need to get one at some point. I don't know if I haven't seen it in store yet. So if I see it in store, I'll pick it up, and I won't wait for the discount. But if I don't ever find it in store, then
I don't have any. So
I don't have any figures. Is that all your recent pickups, or?
Yes. Although I did want to ask, so should I keep the 5s?
Do you have 1 or 2?
I just have 1.
I think you open it, right? I mean,
well, the other thing.
Okay, first you have to renew your Disney Plus subscription. Watch every single episode of 5s in the Clone Wars.
All right.
then open the figure and enjoy it.
No, if you don't, I think if you don't want it, you should return it. But
okay, this is my plan. What I think I want to do. I'm not going to open it. I'm going to leave it in the box. But when we meet up in person, I want you to autograph it.
Okay, I'll carry my silver Sharpie around with me everywhere and
everywhere you go, because you never know when I'm just gonna pop up. Hey,
hey, will you autograph my 5s?
I'll make a big scene when you're like at a mall or something, and then everyone will be like surrounding you, like, who is that guy? Is he famous? And then they'll ask you for your autograph too, and it'll be like a whole thing. We'll make a viral moment out of it.
Yeah, for sure. Yep, I can do that for sure. But I didn't mention this with my recent pickups, but I actually ended up getting 3 5s, so I got 2 more here, still in the box. This one has a shake to it. This one doesn't. So I don't know what that means.
What I did with my Republic Commandos is I pulled out my postal scale and I weighed all of them, because I was like, I don't want to. I weighed the 2 of them that I have. Not all of them.
Not yet.
I just wanted to make sure. Even when I go to GameStop, I'll after I purchase it, I open it right in front of them. I'm like, I just want to be sure that this is what is. Dude, you have no idea how bad it is, especially out here.
Did you know how many figures I've opened that wasn't the actual figure?
How many? You know how many I have? My
way too many.
23,000 views on TikTok for that.
Yeah, I remember watching that one, but
yeah, I had it happen just the other day too. I can't remember what it was.
I know my Jabeam Obi-Wan. This one that I got, I know was just in my vlog today. I uploaded. Like it said brand new on Amazon, but it said like it was on discount. But it was definitely opened. Like the piece of tape on the bottom was cut. It was definitely an opened figure.
Really?
But
I mean, I did see that. I'm acting surprised, even though I saw your video earlier. But.
Yeah. So I'm not sure about that. I'm not too upset because I opened it anyway. But I would have
Did
been
it look? Sorry, good.
no. Is it?
Did
I
it
was
look
gonna
like
say,
it had been moved around? Like it had somebody?
So the little cardboard piece that holds the figure in was ripped, and then
Hmm.
the plastic, like the little tissue paper was all like crumpled up a little bit, and then it looked like somebody tried to smooth it out, and it like didn't do a very good job of it. They just rolled it back up, and
That's weird. I mean,
mean-
if you had a problem with it, they will absolutely take care of it.
yeah. But I mean, the accessories were still in the little wax thing, like that wasn't opened, but only the figure was for some reason. Somebody opened it, looked at it, rolled it right back up, and shipped it off.
Wow. Well,
It's frustrating that it was labeled brand new, and I also only paid like $15 for it. So
if you wanted to complain, I'm sure they would.
Yeah.
They would.
I'm happy with it. So
All right. It's a cool figure.
I like it. When did you get into Star Wars? What was the moment that you became a fan? What was your gateway that made you a collector? So I've always been into Star Wars. I used to watch the DVDs on like long car rides because we had the little minivan that had the TV screen that would flip down.
Nice.
When I was young. But yeah, I've always been into Star Wars. I think like the Lego Star Wars DS game, the Complete Saga, was one that really got me into it. What got me into like collecting? I used to collect Legos a ton. I bought like a lot of those like UCS sets that you would save up for like 2 or 3 years at a time and buy. Like I bought like the Death Star and the Slave One and the TIE Fighter. I'd save up for like 2 years at a time for these really big Lego sets. And I was actually, Luke Ness was supposed to be a Lego channel at first, and it just turned into Black Series because I got I'm like okay, so I'm gonna start doing Lego videos, and then I ended up getting like Mando came out, so I'm like, ooh, I want the Mando figure. I at that time I never bought any action figures. I just loved the Mando TV show so much. I'm like, I need an action figure of this guy. I bought it. It was the number 94 Mando, and ever since then it turned into a figure channel. So yeah, as you can see what it turned into.
the monster.
The monster really came out.
Exactly.
But did you want to go into some of the photos there you sent me?
Yeah. Oh, I just that was just for fun. But now I don't remember what I sent you. Did I send you
This is one of them.
Yes, wanted to give a shout out to the 1313 podcast for hitting 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah. Congrats! That's a huge milestone.
Yeah, great job, guys. They were at ErieCon this weekend, and I was talking to Jacob beforehand, and I was like, I have a feeling this is gonna be something big for you guys. Yeah, and so they put in the work, and they got hit the milestone. So good job, guys.
It's about time. And 1313 is always linked in the description. So if you haven't subbed to 1313 podcast yet, go check them out. Link in the description. But yeah, congrats, guys. That is a huge milestone. And here's to another 1,000 soon. So yeah, definitely well deserved. Here was the other one you sent me.
Yeah, I sent you that because that was my reminder to talk about how awesome the Republic Commando is, and I just love this figure, man. You know, it's I love the look of it. I love the T visor with the metallic blue. It just I think I might take one and do like I was talking to FaZe about doing like a wash to kind of bring out the lines and the little battle damage on the armor, but I also, part of me, I just want to leave it as is because I love it. And then the other one is just I was playing around with that Luke Grogu set, and I think it's a good foundation for plenty of customs. Did you see those?
No, those are the only two I got, I believe.
Oh, never mind then.
We'll
talk about that at another time.
Let me look real quick. I do want to address this comment. If the HasLab Rancor, yeah, those are the only two you sent me.
Okay.
Okay, if the Hazab Rancor went back up, I'd strongly consider backing it. Love the Rancor. Sometimes imagine it to be the frog of my profile minus the part where he dies. Am I behind or what's? Imagine it to be the frog of my profile, the front of my profile.
Oh, no, he's got a frog picture in his profile.
Oh, there it is. Yep. Okay, you're right. I'm a little behind today. Watch the Tampa Bay Bucks pull the dub today.
I don't. What is that? Is that
football?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Interesting. European football.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. LA Rams. And anyway, do we want to jump into some Ahsoka talk?
Let's talk about Ahsoka.
Okay. Is there anything you want to? Okay, first disclaimer: if you haven't seen Ahsoka yet, go watch Ahsoka. Come back and finish the stream.
Yes.
So this is your one and only spoiler warning. Ahsoka content coming.
Unless you don't care about spoilers, and then watch the rest of the live stream, and then go watch the episode.
And then go watch Ahsoka. Yeah, do that. Do that actually. Yeah.
Whichever order you prefer. I don't have Disney Plus currently. I have a friend that does, and so I've been able to go over and watch it. And I thought the first couple of episodes, there's a lot of like getting everyone up to speed of what is happening with the characters. Yeah. One of the interesting things that I noticed is that I could tell when there was a moment of fan service, but I've only seen recaps and the 1313 guys did a recap of the Rebels story. I think I've seen the first 2 seasons all the way through of Rebels, but that's it. So there were these moments where I was like, oh, I bet Lukeness is going to love this. I don't get it, but this is a moment where he's like, oh, this is awesome. So that was kind of neat to experience fan service or recognize something that is supposed to be nostalgic, but then not having that connection to the nostalgia. Like, when people older than me talk about the Beatles, like I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool. They're like, no, the Beatles, and it's just, okay, they've got some good songs. So I really that was kind of neat. From the trailer, from the first trailer, I didn't think I was going to be into Baylan Skoll. Like it was just really robotic, and I was like, what is going on here? Now that I've kind of seen what his character is all about, it makes sense to me. But at first I was like, what? That choreography is just weird when he's blocking the blast. In the first episode. Now I'm like, oh, dude, this is that's the standout character for me. I am very much liking the show. I did just get to see episode 4 last night. I'm a few days behind, but so far it has gotten better each episode, and I'm full on board. So how about you?
Yeah, I've loved it. I think Baylan and his apprentice there are definitely better than I thought they were going to be. I love their characters. The one girl there, I still can't remember her name, literally stares into my soul every time she's on.
I'm going to do. You're going to regret that.
But I love her character too. Like it's super cool.
The intensity is neat. She is exactly like a lot of people that I knew down in LA. But very intense. She's got an art project in a basement somewhere that she's just like really wants to get back.
Yeah.
But yeah, both of them are really cool. It took me a while to. I mean, it took me a while to get used to the live action version of Sabine. I think the first couple of episodes, a lot of the emotion was very subdued. It's now I'm kind of thinking that maybe there's a subtext to that. They were, Ahsoka and Sabine kind of ended on bad terms, and so now they're trying to feel out the situation. Like, are they going to be able to work together again? But maybe not having the context of everything with Rebels. I didn't really pick up on it at first, but now that I've gotten this far in the story, it kind of makes sense. It's kind of works more for me. When you compare it to something like Andor is, I don't feel, is very like action heavy. It's more dramatic and character focused and that kind of a thing. This seems more like traditional Star Wars to me. And so I'm digging it, man. It's really cool.
Yeah, I really liked it. I think it's one of those where I think that people like the more drama Andor kind of stuff, they have their show, but this is definitely the fan service, like for the person that knows every little piece of lore from every little piece of Star Wars, this is their show.
Right.
And I love it because I'm one of those people. So
well, and that was the thing that I thought was really interesting is it's made for you. Like,
yeah.
If Andor, I feel like is made for me. That show is designed to be to cater to the things that I'm looking for in Star Wars, and but Disney needs this show. They need Ahsoka because it's any of the people that have kind of been shaken off because of the sequel trilogy. Maybe they weren't as much of a fan of some of the things that Disney has done in the last few years. I think this show really is kind of what will bring people back. Like it's compelling. There is rising action. There seems to be characters with flaws, and that I think is something that has been missing. If you watch the sequel trilogy, everyone pretty much stays in their lane. Even Kylo Ren, like he starts and he's kind of a bad guy, but then by the end of The Force Awakens, he's like, I'm conflicted and moody, and then it goes each movie he's just like, I'm still conflicted and moody, and then by the end he's like, okay, I'll do the right thing after I die.
Yeah. Before I get stabbed. Yeah.
And every character really stays in their lane the whole time. Poe Dameron is Poe Dameron in all three movies.
Yeah.
Rey Skywalker is Rey Skywalker. Well, she's always Rey Skywalker. Like there is no real
character
change.
Development. Yeah.
Yeah, and so like even just with Balin, I'm like, oh man, there is so much to this dude.
And like it's just all subtle though, and it just makes you want to know more about the character, and that's why I love him so much.
I want a Balin Skull prequel series. How did he get here? I want to know what happens after this season. Like, and that's what's interesting with Shin Hati. They're compelling enough because they have that conflict. Even spoiler alert, Sabine at the end of episode 4, where she makes a choice based on her emotions, based on her passion, and it ends up possibly having huge ramifications. We know what's going to happen. We know Thrawn's coming back anyway, but she has the option the opportunity to end it, and
Yep.
she doesn't. So like that's what I think Star Wars has been missing. It's like there's a misdirect, there's a turn, and yeah, I'm all on board. Sorry, I need to catch up with. I'm horrible with trying to talk and read the comments.
Oh no, you're fine. But yeah, I've loved it so far. I think that it was interesting to see Sabine's choice there to go, because I mean, obviously she knows that if the map is destroyed, that there's no way of getting to Ezra, and she chooses Ezra over the threat of Thrawn, which obviously I think is the right choice for the story. One, because it introduces Ezra back and Thrawn back, which are two characters that need to come back. So
Right.
obviously I'm happy that's what she chose. But yeah, it's definitely interesting, and we'll see as the show goes on. We definitely got to talk about Morak. What's his name? Is it
Yes.
Merrick?
I call him Marok, but I think it's Merrick. Merrick or Marok.
Okay.
All right. What do you?
So he wasn't Starkiller. He was a bunch of bees in a suit. That's pretty much. Yeah.
James Vincent asked an interesting question, and that is kind of where I am thinking.
This one?
Yes, because I wonder. It's a suit filled with bees, but what part of this?
That's pretty much what it was.
What if there is the potential that the Night Sister magic, we know that they can resurrect the dead. What if one of these characters, doesn't have to be Maul, it could be Savage, could be Anakin. What if one of these characters is being drawn back and used as kind of like a spirit zombie to kind of inhabit that suit? I don't think Morak is just gone. I think that he'll be back. One of the things I saw in a video.
Oh, I think he's dead. I think that was kind of like, do you know, like when some of the Jedi die, they kind of just disappear.
But it wasn't just that. It was it was the green magic that the like green flame magic that
I think that was just what happens when his species dies, almost like they just like turn into dust. They get Thanos snapped away. Almost.
Sounds like
they just disintegrate. We'll see. I think he is. I don't think there's enough of his character for them to bring him back. Like we've gotten development with Balin and the Apprentice there, but as far as Morak goes, like he hasn't said a word. Like he said maybe like one word the entire show. Like we don't know anything about him.
As you wish.
Like, I just think he's a bad guy for Ahsoka and Sabine to duel is all he was, and I think that's why he was introduced.
And that's my point. So one of the reasons why the battle droids were a thing in the prequel movies is because it gave the Jedi something to hit with their lightsabers without it being them murdering someone.
Yeah.
So if you have a character that is quote unquote undead, then it gives you the opportunity to have him come back over and over again and kill him every time and have it be really neat looking, but not have it have like a social impact.
I mean, at that point, if he just turns to bees every time he gets touched with a lightsaber, like there's no killing him, and at that point, I just feel like that's too cheap. Almost, it's almost like Sabine. Like if Sabine got stabbed in every single duel she was in, and then got healed every single time, let's just like what the heck? Like that's one thing I kind of hate about the first episode there with her getting stabbed, and then next episode it's already healed. You know, back to the thing. Like I don't know.
The only thing that I could say to that is that I wonder if there is kind of this implication that because of all of the maiming that happened during the Clone Wars, the injuries that that occurred because of lightsaber attacks. Maybe they raised their technology, like how you could like drop from a heart attack, and they can have you revived and out of the hospital like in a day now.
I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but I mean, look at characters like Darth Vader, who, like he was so badly burned that he's been in a back to tank, like literally from Revenge of the Sith to Return of the Jedi. We don't really see how constantly he's in a back to tank, but we can assume it's a lot of the time.
Right.
And like it does nothing for his wounds, but Boba Fett, who got Sarlacc acid, is healed in like a week, and Sabine, who got stabbed, is healed in literally overnight.
Do you want the answer to that question?
Because Bacta doesn't heal burns, apparently.
No. I don't know if it's canon anymore. They did explain that the extreme nature of his injuries made it difficult to repair, especially like with his lungs. There was I think it was Shadows of the Empire, the book. He actually uses the Force to heal his lungs, so he can breathe without the mask. But it takes up so much concentration that as soon as it breaks concentration, all that effort is gone. So
yeah,
and because the Emperor kept him in a constant state of struggle, so that he wouldn't be strong enough to overthrow him.
No, I understand that part of it, but what was the Emperor like importing like tainted Bacta or something? Because like he doesn't mean he's still in the Bacta tank, so it's got to be doing something.
Did you suffer an injury from tainted Bacta?
Call the number now.
We'll represent you.
Yeah, but I don't know. Okay, I think we got to get to
your favorite thing that you want to talk about with episode 4.
Let me.
Yay!
Yeah. Anakin. So there's a lot going on here, and we definitely have to do a deep dive into this.
Yes.
Do you think this is actually Anakin, or do you think it is a Force ghost? Or do you think it's some Night Sister magic?
Oh, wow. You're already going for the digs. I love it. We talked about this before the stream, and I don't think he's a Force ghost.
Yeah, I don't think he is either.
He can't see through him. But what's interesting, he is solid, but could he just be like a representation of something else? I've heard people talk about maybe it's the brother. I don't know.
The brother's dead though.
That you know more about the lore than I do, but that I've just heard that reference offhand.
Both the brother and the daughter are dead.
Oh,
only no, maybe the brother isn't dead. I thought all three of them died. The brother, the father, and the daughter. I believe all of them died.
That I do not know.
I don't remember. It's been so long. I always skip that arc because I hate it. I hate that arc so much. It's so dumb. Everybody loves the Mortis arc, and I hate it. It's too outlandish for me. I love the story behind it, but it just has so little rewatchability in my opinion.
RC8802 is saying all three of them are dead.
All three died, yeah. Because so essentially, if you don't know anything about Clone Wars, Anakin, Ahsoka, and Obi-Wan go to kind of this mysterious place where they meet the father, the son, and the daughter. The daughter pretty much represents the good side of the Force. The son represents the dark side of the Force, and the father is essentially the chosen one who brings balance. And apparently, they brought Anakin there to essentially, the father was dying, and he wanted Anakin to take over because he was the chosen one.
All right.
And so pretty much he gave him the choice of save Ahsoka or save Anakin.
Yeah.
Or Obi-Wan.
Ahsoka.
And
in the comments, I won't say their name, but they
That is true. Yes, that is true. That's all I'm leaving up on the screen for. But yes, technically, because so essentially, Ahsoka dies, but the daughter gives her life to kind of revive Ahsoka. So yeah.
Sorry,
But
there was something.
that was a little like side quest there we just went on.
Side quest?
Go subscribe.
Yeah, so I forgot. Somebody commented, I lost track of it, but they said that they think that there's going to be another lesson that Ahsoka has to learn, and then she'll wake up in the water down below. Possibly.
I
maybe
hope not.
you think you want her to be dead? Wow.
No,
Man.
well, she's not
I
dead.
like Ahsoka.
So essentially what I think it is she's in the world between worlds. It's essentially a world between worlds. You can essentially use it's essentially Star Wars time travel, which I know some people just automatically hate, but that is how Ezra saved Ahsoka from Vader.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm guessing that Ahsoka would have died if she continued to fall off that cliff, but maybe Anakin pulled her out and saved her.
But how did Anakin get there?
Anakin's dead. How is he there to begin with? I think that's what we're going to find out.
Maybe someone pulled him into the world between worlds.
It was Ezra. I don't know.
No, you're not dead. You're not dead. You're not dead.
I think it's interesting. I've seen a few theories going around. So if this is actually Anakin and not a Force ghost and not some other spirit, just theoretically, hypothetically, this is actually Anakin Skywalker from Episode 3.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is the next? Like, one, how did he get there? Mm-hmm. And then 2, is he good? Is he Vader? Is this kind of some alternate timeline where he kills Obi-Wan on Mustafar, or he kills the Emperor and
that would be fascinating to me.
That's what I want this to be. I want this to be some like an evil version of Anakin, where obviously he doesn't have Sith eyes and stuff right now, but where he essentially beat Obi-Wan, he killed the Emperor, he saved Padme, and now he's trying to recruit Ahsoka, who's no longer a Jedi, to be with him too. So
would you be open to the idea that all those things happened and that they established some sort of a multiverse of Star Wars?
I don't want it to be something that's long lasting. I want it to be kind of like a storyline that they jump into, but Ahsoka kind of like clips the branch, and I don't want it to be a long lasting thing. The only thing that I would be okay with is if they find a way to well, in this one, this is where the sequel trilogy happens, and this one, the sequel trilogy isn't canon, and this is the timeline we're on. That would be the only way, and even then, I don't think I'd want them to do that. I think they should just, I don't know. I have mixed emotions about it.
I would be open to both. I think if they open it up, I am tired of multiverse stuff. It was great in 2009 when J.J. Abrams came out with his version of Star Trek. It has just been done to death, and really what it is it stops there from being any stakes in the game. No matter what you watch, it's like, okay, well, if Batman dies in this universe, there's another universe where he's still alive and he's played by Ben Affleck this time.
George Clooney.
George Clooney. I'm getting tired of, because it removes the gravity of somebody dying.
You mean like getting stabbed with a lightsaber and then just getting healed? Yeah.
What if there is a version where Qui-Gon is still alive? I do think that it would be cool for them to explore that, because then they could re-canonize all of the stuff from Legends, and it would start to correct the path that they've gone down. It would be Disney conceding the point that, hey, you know what? We have the stuff that we did, but you still have your stuff, all the books, all the video games, all that stuff that fit into its own timeline could still work. Hello, Commander.
What's up, Commander Cook? Nice to have you in the chat.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Yeah, happy birthday. I know I wish you on Instagram, but I got to do it in person. Happy birthday.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. I kind of like your idea of maybe it's like a pocket universe kind of thing.
It's almost like a what if episode which it's one of those where I think it's such a cool idea, and I love to see it in live action with Hayden Christensen back. But just, what does it mean for the overall story? You know, like I don't think I want Darth Vader or Anakin to be another, like I don't want him just to be back forever. Like almost like what they do in like the Fast and Furious movies where, oh, this character died, but he's back now for the rest of the movies because we ran out of other actors to buy. You know, like it's just one of the, like I love Hayden Christensen and I want him in every single piece of Star Wars media he can be in if it works for the story. And this just feels like they're kind of squeezing him in.
Right.
And I love it and I hate it at the same time. That's why I almost wish it's one of those where it's kind of it's a side quest episode, but it's one of those where it's resolved by the end of the episode and it doesn't affect the overall story. But it's just a cool kind of side quest that the viewers want to see.
Thank you for the plug. Multiple plugs. Go
subscribe.
Or maybe it's just a representation of something else. Maybe she sees Anakin because whatever it is, like whatever lesson that she needs to learn, he's got to teach it to her. And maybe in the world between worlds, that's where all the Jedi spirits hang out when they're not like haunting people.
And they're not see-through in there.
It's true.
No, I feel like that's the cheap way out of it. It's just one of those like, how do we get Hayden Christensen in this without it being something like if it just feels like unnecessary fan service almost. Where it does nothing to the story. It's just to get Hayden Christensen in there so you can put him on posters and t-shirts, which I love, and because I want a Black Series figure of him, would pay $30 for a brand new Hayden Christensen Anakin Skywalker.
That is the perfect segue. I know we're getting close to running out of time here, but that is the perfect segue to what I wanted to talk about next. If you are open to it, is our hopes. Was that good?
Yeah, I just wanted. There's one little bit there that I want to finish.
No, go.
Then
Sorry,
we get
I didn't mean
it.
to.
No, you're fine. But yeah, to me, it just feels like a cheap way of fan service. Like if they were gonna do a cheap way of fan service, at least you could have done like a Clone Wars flashback, to where at least if it's fan service, it's Clone Wars fan service. but I really like this idea, and I want to see where they go with it. So I won't really judge it until obviously Tuesday when the next episode comes out. But it just leaves so many questions that I hope they answer, and I hope it's not a, hey, I'm here and now I'm not. Like I just feel like if he is a Force ghost, why have her be in the World of Worlds? Like, where did that come from? If he is a Force ghost, why didn't he just appear next to her in the water or something? You know, I feel like they could have done it in a better way that made sense for the story. And so that's why I feel like it has to be actually Anakin and not a Force ghost.
The Watcher says that the rumor is that he has to finish Ahsoka's training, and that's why he shows up. Which I dig that. So maybe she goes back to being a full like a proclaimed Jedi.
I could see that. But again, why? Like, don't you need? Couldn't you do a Force ghost Anakin to do that though? Theoretically,
True.
You don't need to do. Well, you don't need him in the World of World. And then how do you fit that into the timeline? Right? Because if he's not a Force ghost and this is actually Anakin, at what point does Anakin get to the World of Worlds? And if he knows about the World of Worlds, why isn't he there trying to get Padme back as Darth Vader?
I see
Like,
that makes me
there's no scenario where Episode 3 Anakin can know about the world of worlds and still be Darth Vader, right?
That is a conundrum. Maybe we'll see Padme in the next episode. She's just hanging out there too.
Yeah, she's just there. Like,
she lost her will to live in the real world because she's like, oh, I got this huge vacation home in the world between worlds.
But I think it's interesting. Like I said, we'll see. But I don't. I really
see episode 5 in theaters.
No, the closest one is Chicago. So
oh man,
yeah, it's a 3-hour drive. Not gonna happen.
Yeah, same. I'm not going to LA for it, but it'd be neat to see.
But
I wonder if it's gonna be longer.
But I'm hoping I'm guessing it's gonna be an hour long, maybe like 50 between 50 and 60 minutes is my guess.
Okay.
But if it's one of those where they're showing it in theaters, it's got to be something big, right?
I agree.
And I saw this rumor. I don't know how true it is, so take it with a grain of salt. But I saw a rumor going around that there's going to be a fight on Mustafar between Anakin and Ahsoka.
I heard that. That would be neat.
So maybe this turns out this is a Sith Anakin, and they pretty much just start jumping through portals, dueling each other. Like they end up on Mustafar or the Death. They just kind of go around different parts in time dueling.
That would be kind of neat.
But my only thing is they have to find a way to explain it on how episode 3 Anakin is there. Because obviously we know the Emperor knows about the world between worlds, but how does Anakin? And so does he kill the Emperor and find out about it that way?
So you think you're saying for sure that you think this is like another version of Anakin. It's not our Anakin.
I think so, because how else is he there? Is my only thought. Unless if it's a Force ghost or somebody pretending to be Anakin's through some kind of vision thing, it's that's my only thing.
Terma Cobra is saying, referencing Ezra pulling Ahsoka out of the timeline. So that would establish that everything is set, which doesn't necessarily mean that we just haven't seen other events happen in other.
Now, hear me out on this.
Okay.
So, since Vader is supposed to kill Ahsoka in the proper timeline,
okay,
maybe this is Chosen One Anakin trying to restore balance by killing Ahsoka. Like that he has to do it. Whoa. It's like, or else, like, yeah.
That would be compelling.
That would be an interesting.
I also know that Ahsoka is going to be in the Heir to the Empire movie, so I don't see how that could happen. But
the thing is, she kills Anakin, or something else happens. Obviously, Ahsoka is not going to die. I think that's pretty safe to say.
Maybe Anakin gets pulled back out, and we have live action Anakin again. That is not Darth Vader, but Anakin Skywalker.
But then how do you explain the sequel trilogy with that? Like, you just have Ben Solo walking around with his obsession for Darth Vader, not even knowing that Anakin is alive?
Maybe that's who he's referencing. Maybe he's like, oh yeah, I used to know my grandpops. He used to hang out with me all the time. We used to go fishing on Endor.
I wouldn't like that.
And then he died, and so he's like, that's why he's so obsessed with me. That's not. I'm not.
I think it would be cool to see some kind of alternate timeline where Anakin didn't turn to Darth Vader and Padme lived, and so he actually raises Luke and Leia on Naboo with Padme. Maybe that
would be very interesting. I'm going to hop out for just 1 second, and then I have my topic that I want to ask.
Yeah, we got to get into that as well too, because we're almost out of time. So
give me
yeah,
a second. I hope I'm going to do this right. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay. Righty, but yeah. So let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? I really hope it's actually Anakin. I don't want it to be like a multiverse, and I don't want him to be in it again, because I feel like that kind of just ruins Anakin's character. But The rumor is Ahsoka and Anakin see alternate timelines through the different doors. I think that'd be interesting. I'm open to it just because I love Anakin and I love Hayden Christensen so much. I just want to see what they do with it. But as long as they have a good explanation of why Anakin is there, like Ahsoka could be like, Anakin, how did you get here? And then Maz Kanata could just show up and be like, that's a story for another time. Like, that's the dumbest response you could do for that. They have to properly explain it on how Anakin is there, or if that even is Anakin, or if it's a Force ghost. They definitely have to explain it. But yeah, it's interesting, and I don't really want a multiverse story either. I don't want it to break off into a separate timeline. We'll see. We'll see. So basically, we create a multiverse to delete the crappy movies. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's one of those where I don't like the sequel trilogy, but I don't think you can just get rid of it. I'm just gonna let it cook. I don't speculate that much. Not that I'm against it. Yeah, we'll see. Alrighty, you want to jump into the topic?
Yeah. So kind of what you were talking about with
One second, I'm sorry. Lane Speeder Luke says, as long as no Marvel characters show up, I'm good. You just have the Watcher. The Watcher is just there chilling with Anakin and
Doctor Strange.
You have, like, basically you just have Ahsoka and Anakin dueling on Mustafar, and you just see like the Watcher and Ultimate Ultron just like fly through the sky like they did in What If. So,
Hydra Stomper.
Yeah, I hope they don't do that. I would be so pissed if they did that. Okay, anyway, onto the topic.
Yes. So because we were talking about Ahsoka and specifically Anakin, and they could totally do this. I hope that they, unless they did it as an exclusive, what if they re-released the Episode 3 Anakin with the smiley Force ghost face and made this exact Anakin as like a Walmart exclusive or something? Would you be into that?
On the same body that we already have?
You know that they would.
It's got to be a new body because that old body sucks so bad. I want a new body.
That as their good.
So I just want a new body, new head.
What if they use that as their lead-in to making a brand new Episode 3? Like the first time we see it is smiley face World Between Worlds Anakin.
I mean, I think it would sell very well because people want that figure. But I think with the rumor of the re-release, if they did a smiley face Anakin, that wouldn't technically be the re-release.
True.
So I think... So I don't know if the re-release is in the Ahsoka packaging or if it's going to be in the archive packaging. We'll see. But I mean, I feel like with the rumor of that re-release, it only makes sense for them to put it in that Ahsoka packaging, right?
Yeah.
But
I mean, they already have the archive packaging. So if they were just going to put it back out.
I just feel like at that point you have to make a whole new figure, though, right? Like, if you're just going to put it in the new media packaging, make a whole brand new mold for it. You already know it's going to sell well.
I would definitely want that. I am right. I'm on the same page as you, but I don't know if Hasbro would do it. They have the mold that's already done, and they know it'll sell. So...
And it came out in 2014. Or 2015. It sucks. It's so bad. I love the figure because I love Anakin, but the figure sucks. It's so bad. Like, if we got this figure brand new, modern articulation, modern paint apps, it is all time, like, top 5 best figure of all time. No question. Incredible.
I want a brand new Episode 3 Anakin, brand new Episode 3 Obi-Wan, and I would even get them carbonized.
I think it's just Force Ghost at this point.
Could you imagine? Do you remember? Well, you were. You might have remembered seeing them at some point, but when Revenge of the Sith came out, Target had an exclusive set that was like I think they called it lava reflection. It was pretty much carbonized. They did an Anakin, and they did an Obi-Wan, a special packaging and everything. I'll see if I'll send you a picture of it afterwards. But and it was like a metallic reddish overspray that they put on it. I think they did a Vader too.
That would honestly, I would buy that. That would be super cool. Now, only if they had the little, like, almost like Landspeeder Luke's diorama of it, of like the little platform that they're fighting on Mustafar with like the lava overflow at the bottom to make it like a diorama, and that
would be awesome.
Yeah, the only carbonized line I'd like.
That would be so cool. And then maybe the Anakin on the little droid, and then Obi-Wan on the high ground.
Yeah.
So that was kind of around that same topic. What other figures do we want from Ahsoka?
I want Spacesuit Ahsoka is the number one I want. Like the Among Us Ahsoka.
Yeah, she was on my list.
Definitely, like, obviously Balin, who's like leaked at this point, and then his apprentice.
Has he been leaked?
So he's not leaked, but his shoulder is on the side of one of the mural artworks.
And I mean, if they made Marok already, that gives credence to what you were saying about maybe Marok is just a suit of bees. I love that. Is maybe they put that character out early because the heavy hitters, Balin and Shin-Hati, are going to be revealed down the line because I know that they're going to be more popular characters. And I think
it's safe to assume we're getting a new Thrawn too. I think that's probably a Thrawn, and then an Ezra in whatever outfit he appears in is my guess.
Yeah, maybe a Marok with a Ezra head.
Now, my thing is, do you think we're going to see alternate outfits for Sabine? Because she's been in like 15 different outfits. She had like the long hair one. She had like the jumpsuit with no armor. She had the training outfit. She has a ton of outfits.
I'm really surprised they didn't double down on Sabine, because kind of like what they did with the Obi-Wan. I know he's kind of hidden, but the Tibidon Obi-Wan, that's just really the repaint of the Wandering Jedi with the different tunic thing or robe thing. I'm surprised they didn't do the long-haired Sabine as an exclusive somewhere, and then a deluxe set with the speeder bike, and then the short hair version with the jumpsuit. Yeah.
I think like
that stuff down the line.
the leather jacket one on the speeder. I could see them doing that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm really surprised they didn't do more versions of that, because like when the Obi-Wan series came out, they had the Wandering Jedi, they had the Tibidon, they announced the Jabin Obi-Wan within a few weeks after the show came out. So and I'm trying to think, I feel like was there another Obi-Wan?
There is Wandering Jedi, Tibin Station,
the
Jabin, Jedi Legend. I think that's it.
Ray Stevenson, R.I.P.
Yeah.
I wonder. Like I had Terma Cobra was asking about this.
Yeah.
What I would like to see is maybe they set something up where Balin ends up getting injured, and they have to cover his face, and they could do have him mirror Darth Vader, where he comes back, and you could have another actor in a helmet that could keep the character going, because there's so many little nuanced things. How did he end up leaving the Order, or how did he end up surviving Order 66? Why is he so? How does he know what happened to Anakin? That he became Vader.
There's so many questions with him I want answered that I hope they get into.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, Lane Speeder, I definitely agree. I think they're saving Balin and Shin for PulseCon. I think that's obvious. I'm still not sure about a single release of Starkiller yet. Hopefully that gets announced. We'll see.
Yeah, I think Starkiller will be out, by middle of next year.
Yeah, that's a pretty good guess.
And the more I see it, like if I have the opportunity to get the deluxe Starkiller set, I think I will, but I'm not holding my breath for it. I don't have the Pulse Premium, so whoa, hey, you got a super chat
heck
there,
yeah.
buddy.
What's up, Commander Cook? Says I gotta go. Great. I gotta go. Wait, gotta go bail my great grandma out of jail. See ya, dude. You should have taken the $4.99 and go and bailed her out with with the $4.99.
Thank you so much. That's
thank you,
awesome.
dude. I really appreciate it. Go check out Commander Cook. He is also linked in the description, I believe. If not, go check out his channel. Does a ton of amazing customs. Commander Cook's awesome. So thanks for the super chat, dude. I really appreciate it. I did want to address 80s Kids question. You didn't miss much. We were just talking about theories with Anakin. So, yeah.
Smiley faced Anakin Black Series figure.
Yeah.
With Darth Vader's lightsaber hilt attached to his belt.
So, yeah, going back, it's definitely not Darth Vader's lightsaber. It's definitely just Anakin's. But I thought that was interesting. Go ahead.
Oh, his episode 3 lightsaber hilt looks very similar to the Vader hilt. Like,
yeah.
Well, and so if they're going from the movie version,
keep talking.
Hi. Luke is going off and doing something fun. I think he's gonna hold up the episode 3 one.
This is the Darth Vader.
Oh, that's the Vader. Okay, so the Anakin episode 3 one is.
I'm trying my best here.
That's all right.
You know what? We're just gonna go with this.
Yeah, nobody wants to see me, buddy. They want to see you.
Let's do this. So this is the Anakin saber, or the Darth Vader saber, and I think the problem with the one that was on the show was that this piece in the middle was silver and these parts were black. I think these parts were just reflecting off of the space or his robes, and this part should have been black and it was silver, kind of like the episode 3 version. So,
and I'm not sure how the episode 3 version hangs, but if you look at the Darth Vader hilt,
it does. It hangs from the top.
Hangs from the top. Yep. So I think maybe that people saw that and thought I thought it was just the episode 3 version.
It's definitely not Darth Vader's. Anyway, completely sidetracked. Is there any final thoughts that you would want to get into, or?
I think we covered all of the figures that I wanted. No, I think that was pretty much good. Yeah, the other stuff is just kind of general that we can do for another time. But I definitely want a spacesuit Ahsoka.
I do too.
That would be neat.
Yep.
And I'm surprised. Like, that seems like it would be a Target exclusive. I
think Walmart, because it's blue.
Maybe, yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, it seems like they would have announced it as already being up for pre-order. So I wonder if they're gun shy because of the hiccups they've had with the response to like Obi-Wan Kenobi and Andor, and also the supply chain of getting stuff out when it's airing. But they have a lot of cool potential figures, and definitely Balin, Ahsoka. See what happens with Anakin. I don't know. I did pre-order Marok, but I don't know if I'm gonna cancel that now.
I didn't pre-order him, but I plan on getting him once he shows up in stores because I like his outfit and he'll go great on the Imperial shelf. So
true.
Yep.
But dude, I know you have to get going. So this is awesome. I love getting to, like, it's just like, just geeking out with my buddy.
Yeah.
It's always a good time.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming on again, of course. If you haven't, again, go subscribe to SideQuester's channel in the description, and also go check out his book as well. It's an awesome book. Trust me. Go buy it on the Kindle store or on Amazon. Give it a read. It's awesome. You won't be disappointed. And
Thank you so much.
yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, the like button, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.